Germany's Angela Merkel and France's Emmanuel Macron have just signed a new treaty to enhance bilateral relations. It comes amid bickering between various EU states, uncertainty surrounding Brexit and a rise in populism across the continent. During the media conference before the signing of the treaty, the two leaders gave their vision of the renewed bond. Explaining why the new treaty was needed, Angela Merkel said that the challenges of rising populism and nationalism require Europe to give clear answers. She also stressed too the importance of closer military cooperation between Berlin and Paris and the creation of a joint defence and arms export culture. Emmanuel Macron, in turn, said the founding fathers of the Franco-German bond would be proud of today's signing. Well, RT's Peter Oliver takes a look now. What is in the treaty?
The draft of the deal was a little light on real details, but there is a clear intent with it. Let's have a look at the deal. We're set for an increase in bilateral statements when it comes to major EU issues. Now, this is something that's already fairly commonplace from the two, but now it's going to be in writing. There's also plans for more fiscal integration in what's being called the Franco-German economic zone. On the military front, both nations want their armed forces to be as intertwined as their economies, with Germany and France combining to reinforce NATO and EU defence. Also, what's being called the fostering of a common culture in the ranks and a Franco-German Security Council, so the brass and the politicians are pulling in the same direction. There's also foreign policy goals which may prove a little less straightforward, including a permanent seat for Germany on the UN Security Council. But not everyone is happy about these EU powerhouses getting even more chummy and cementing their position within the bloc.
Europe is used to the Franco-German axis, but we're seeking a new balance, a new energy, and in this sense, Poland and Italy will be the protagonists of this new European spring.
There's also domestic upset over the deal. Alternative for Germany say it erodes German sovereignty, while the same sentiments have been echoed by the usual suspects in France.
By signing this act on the quiet, Emmanuel Macron commits treason.
With Brexit and the rise of Euroscepticism, it makes sense that Berlin and Paris would look to team up. But that brings us back to the question of foreign policy. How will the interventionist French sit with the Germans renowned for their caution? Without Germany fundamentally changing its global military outlook, it's hard to see how this deal will change much or anything at all. Peter Oliver, RT, Berlin.
Well, the German political commentator and publisher Eike Hamer told us the new treaty is designed first and foremost as a safeguard against opposition at home.
In my point of view, it is more than just a statement. It is that the elites, the rulers in Paris and in Berlin, fear that the citizens stand up and vote against them or even rebel against them, as you can see at the Yellow Vests in Paris now. It is quite a dangerous contract. Every poll says that the vast majority is against it, but Mrs. Merkel doesn't care. She has shown this in all her big decisions in the past, that she doesn't care at all on whether she has a mandate either from the Bundestag nor from the citizens.